Tonight we polish off Week 10. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he... Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Bills, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines. Fielded just inside the 30. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Well, here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On play action, Allen.
This taken in by Kincaid.
That'll give him 8 that time. Second and a couple.
My coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
To throw, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Denver's offense now set to go. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But for this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Second and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
After one, 7-3 the score. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, Allen. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we're 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now a toss play. It's Harris. On to stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, Williams. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And this returnable for Hines.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Offense returns to the field. There's the running back, the bruiser from Alabama, Damian Harris.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. To the air, Allen.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Allen's throw is complete, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as they got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Allen off the play fake. And he's got his big tight end here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
That pass is caught by Hardy. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Allen now looks to throw. Fighting through, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Denver offense at the line ready to go. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receiver.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his man, it's Dulcich. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Allen going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 59 yards.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Up the middle, it's Williams. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
He completes this to Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up close to midfield.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. They run it again with Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw is Wilson. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A give to Williams, running right, powering forward, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Wilson. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 73 yards.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time.
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
So here are the Bills to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 101 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That is caught, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The busy night continues for Williams. Oh, fighting off the defender. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen running right on the option. Sheds up. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They hand this off to Harris. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos about set to go on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Wilson throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
On third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Third down and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big...
Yeah. First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fruitful.